Hi everyone. We are now for the second day in Davos meeting many thought leaders, people that are inspiring for building a better world. And now I have the pleasure to exchange some thoughts with the chief rabbi of Russia. How does it feel to be in Davos?
Great. It's always great, and even though the times are not so simple, but I believe that Davos can hopefully bring a change.
We see a lot of words like inclusion, social innovation, blockchain, fintech. So can technology be a force for good to make something more positive for humanity?
I think God created in the world everything that it could be used in two different ways. You can use a knife to save somebody's life, to operate, and you can use a knife to kill. You can use atomic energy to save people, you can use it to destroy the world. And I think that the most important thing is really, in our world, is really to find the real depth and the real good that is in everything. For sure, technology. Technology can bring so much good to the world. Just, for example, you can want to help somebody at the other side of the world, you just press a button and you can help them. So if people are abusing technology, that's even more of a reason for us to realize what is there and how to bring out good and care for each other through technology.
So some people would say that maybe our world and humanity is now having too much bias toward materialism and lacking, the understanding that we are part of this world and we interact with all aspects of this world. What do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
I think materialism is not bad. Materialism, if it's used for the right things, it's something very positive. You can use everything in the world to add goodness. Let's say food is materialism, but if you eat with the right reasons and you use the food to help others and you save on food, then you're actually using materialism to bring godliness and goodness to this world. So I don't think there's anything bad around us. I think everything is given to us with a choice. We can decide if we want to use it for good or bad. And I think that this should be really the message of Davos, that even though the world out there looks very polarized, very extremist, a lot of animosity, a lot of hate, the truth is that deep inside each person, in our material world, there's a lot of goodness.
It's about balance. What do you feel about this new technology we call blockchain? Do you have a view on that? Some people will say the transparency and the aspect of decentralization could bring a way to impact the world to reach a new level of consciousness. What's your take on that?
I'll tell you, the truth is, today there are two worlds that we are watching around us. There's the real world that we see with our eyes, and then there's this virtual world. There used to be a time when only holding a piece of gold, that was that you had something in your hand. Today, the virtual world plays an amazing part in our life. And for sure that many of these things that today you cannot tangible touch are going to become more and more real in the future. So I do believe that there is for sure a future there. People have to really set right measurements and right goals, and then you can use everything in the world to bring people closer together, break these divisiveness, break these barriers, and for sure these kind of ideas in technology is really about bringing people together, even though countries today you see are coming apart.
Very interesting. We have at OU we have developed a cryptocurrency for social inclusion. On every transaction there is a positive impact generated for the cause people want to develop, to share. So it's about the principle of tzedakah. It's about the principle of giving back. So how do you feel and how do you think giving back is something which is absolutely essential for reaching, like the fulfillment of a life path? What's your view on that?
I believe that, again, as we spoke before, every action that we do has to help somebody else. So by giving, for example, back 1%, 2% for goodness, for helping people that are in need, this is really, that's the goal of business. That's the goal of building this kind of currency. So we actually believe very strongly that if in every transaction there's going to be some good in it, you're becoming partners with something much higher than you, much greater than what brings us together, and that's what really unites people. So you never know who you're going to help, but you're going to make a change in the world that is going to bring back goodness and success to you.
Well, we absolutely resonate with that. If you have a last word to share with our audience spreading in more than 180 countries, what will be your personal thoughts, your personal encouragement?
Continuing where you spoke, every person has to really open up and see what the potential in him. And the potential is good. And when we have a choice, we should always think, how can I bring out the good in myself and see the good in others? When we're able to do that, we come together.
Well, Chief Rabbi, it was a pleasure to share thoughts, and all the best, for making the world better. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.